right. Today we are going to focus again on reflections. This is a type of transformation. Remember yesterday we learned that it was a mirror image, which means it's the same on both sides. So we started out by drawing the other half of this shape to make it symmetrical, which would look something like this. Mine's not perfect, but you know what I mean. Then, after we reflected some shapes here, we practiced reflecting a point. The instructions here say to reflect the point across the y-axis. The first thing that you should always do is highlight or darken the location that you are going to reflect across. Our goal right now is to reflect this point M across the blue reflection or mirror line. And the way I like to think of it is M right now is 1, 2, 3 units away from the mirror or reflection line. So that means that on the other side, M has to go 1, 2, 3 units away. And so our point would go right here. And remember, if we transform something, we have to call it the same letter with an apostrophe. That stands for prime. M prime. This one says to reflect the point across the line y equals 2. So first thing on the y-axis, here's 2. And I am going to reflect the point across that mirror line. So A currently is 1, 2 units away from the mirror line. So 1, 2 would be down here. And now it is A prime. Now let's practice working with a reflection line that is diagonal. Diagonal is a little bit more complex, but nothing that you can't handle. So first of all, if I look at N is 1.5 diagonal units away from our diagonal reflection line. So because it's 1.5 away, on the other side I'll go 1/2 and 1 away, and that's going to tell me where my new point N goes. So right here, my new point N prime. Now I'm going to try K. K is only 1/2 of a unit away from the reflection line. So if I go on the other side 1/2 a unit away, and I put my point right there, that would be K prime. Next we have L. L is 1 diagonal and 1/2. So there's my 1/2 on the other side and my 1, which means that L prime goes right there. And our last letter is M. 1, 2, and 1/2. There's 1/2, 1, 2. So M prime is over here. Once you have found all of your new locations for your points, you would connect them all together. And you should be able to see that that kite has just reflected or flipped over the dotted mirror line. Okay, your next one. Reflect this shape across the line x equals -5. On the x-axis, here is -5. And so I continue drawing my mirror line. And to reflect something, you have to be the same distance away on one side of the line as you are on the other side. That is the bell for school to get out. Okay, back to it. So right now D is 1 unit away from the reflection line. So my D prime goes 1 unit away from the reflection line on the other side. A is 1, 2, 3 units away. So on the other side I go 1, 2, 3 units away. A prime. B is 1, 2 units away. So B prime is 2 units away on the other side. And C is right on the reflection line, so that means it's 0 units away. So C prime is still right on the reflection line. And now if I connect all of our new prime points, we have that quadrilateral reflected across the line, x equals -5. Okay, remember, if they tell you to reflect something across the y equals x line, y equals x is the graph that goes right through the origin, and it goes up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And so if you connect all of those lines, or points, that is y equals x. Similarly, you have y equals -x. Crosses through the origin, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1. And by connecting all those points, you have the line y equals -x. On the last slide, we just talked about the line y equals x and y equals -x. You are wanted to reflect this interesting looking shape across the line y equals x. So first of all, we need to draw the line y equals x. We know that it starts at the origin and goes up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And so if we connect all of those points, this would give us the mirror line that we are trying to reflect this across. We're going to do it 1 point at a time. So first of all, I'm going to reflect T. Okay, if it's a diagonal line, we have to count corner to corner diagonally. So T is 1 diagonal away from the mirror line. So on the other side, 1 diagonal away would be right there. So I put my point there, and this is T prime. I'm going to make my marker a little narrower. So this is T prime. Okay, now if I try S, I got to count diagonally from corner to corner. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4. That tells me where my S prime should be. So my S prime is at this location. Now let's try U. Diagonally, U is 1, 2, and a half. There's my half, there's my 1, there's my 2. That's where my point will go. And that will be my U prime. Same thing for B, 1, 2, and a half. There's my half, there's my 1, there's my 2. So, V prime. Now, looking at the original picture, S connects to T. So we know that S connects to T. T connects to U. T connects to U. U connects to V. And V connects to S. And you have just reflected this quadrilateral across the line y equals x. What you're going to be doing now is working on the orange paper that you started yesterday. Your job is to first finish the mirror images side, and on the back side, you're going to reflect the quadrilaterals. When you are done, you're going to show the substitute teacher, and I want you to check your answers off on the answer key to make sure you are doing it correctly. Please be on your best behavior and have a good rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow.